Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So earlier this week I was busy pumpkin carving and I didn't really have the chance to introduce myself to you or explain really what this channel is about, so I figured I would take the time to do that for you right now. So a little bit about me. I'm 23 years old. I'm in my final year at Vancouver Island University. See? I got dreads in March. Yes, they're real. Save water, right? And I just want this to be a place where I can share the work that I'm doing with you guys. So I'm gonna read to you guys a little bit from my grad school report work. I'm currently working on the 12th revision of my thesis proposal. So what it is I intend to draw on the direct correlation between language and self-identity by trying to rewire the brains of everyone in the world in order to spread love and build the bridge between sexes, races, and essentially create equality through positive thinking. Now, how I plan to go about doing this is kind of through language. So language has constantly been thrown at us from so many different areas and in different contexts. We have our first interaction with language before we're even born. Mothers often interact with their children while they're pregnant. It is almost as if our access to language can be through a sense of sort of like osmosis. So while we're in public, we can eavesdrop on like several conversations that are going on around us, and we can pick up what they're saying, and we don't really have to think about it because it just comes as like a second nature to us. Unfortunately though, when I'm out in public, when I pick up on conversations that are going on around me, a lot of it is really negative. So my goal is to make the first thing that comes out of people's mouths to be something positive and to be thinking positive and speaking positively. So that eventually we can reach a younger generation of people who are more impressionable than we are as adults, and we can get them to start thinking positively and spread positivity as well. I think media is largely to blame for this issue. You know, we're constantly shown images of what a supermodel should look like, how a woman should act, or this is a boy's toy, this is a girl's toy. You can't do this because you don't look a certain way, and we're always put in these boxes that confine who we are and what we can do. And if we take these negative images and stereotypes out of the media, we can preach that anyone can do anything, and we can teach our children that it's okay for girls to be firefighters or spacemen or play with G.I. Joe dolls, and it's okay for boys to cry, and it's okay if you want to have different forms of relationships, or you want to identify differently, or if boys want to wear dresses or girls want to dress like boys. I think that should be largely promoted. The work that I'm doing, I wanted to do it through poetry because I think language is the key here. And I thought about doing grad school through like the English language approach, but when you do a dissertation in the academic sense, you're reaching a higher education level and you're not going to be able to necessarily reach the younger children. And you know, when I was growing up, I had a lot of poetry read to me. I was always reading poetry, I was trying to write poetry, and it just really stuck for me. I feel like in poetry, every single word on the page is done purposefully, whether it's the placement or the word choice itself or how you describe things, and you are able to reach a wider audience range through poetry than you would be through an academic-based dissertation. So my goal really is to bring out the creative side in the academic world and show the academic side that creativity is just as important as academic writing. And I want my work to be accessible to anyone in the world from ages 5 to 95. And I want everyone to understand that we should just spread love for the rest of our life so that people don't have to live in boxes that are confining.